Oh dear. The real issue here is, how much does this reflect a deeper pattern? Welcome back to Britain Info. And honestly, we've seen some of the most unstable short-term GDP figures in recent memory. Now, Chancellor Rachel Reeves is reportedly on the brink of a major clash with 4 senior cabinet ministers, as her latest spending review begins to fall apart. Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves believed they could quietly reshape the core fabric of British life, in secret, behind closed doors, without backlash. But instead, they've sparked a political firestorm they can no longer control. It was supposed to be a discreet, high-level meeting, just Starmer, Reeves, and the Governor of the Bank of England. No journalists. No cameras. No public eye. But within hours, confidential details leaked, and what happened next sent shockwaves through the country. Live on national television, the Governor publicly embarrassed Starmer, questioning not only Labour's economic claims but their ethical foundation. At the heart of it, a sweeping proposal to give the government unrestricted access to the private bank accounts of millions of ordinary citizens. No permission, no accountability, no boundaries. The Bank of England didn't just refuse, they issued a warning. Now Rachel Reeves is under fire for allegedly using manipulated growth data to push forward what critics are calling a surveillance agenda. MPs are breaking ranks. Internal leaks are pouring out of Labour headquarters. And across the nation, people are asking, has Labour secretly launched a financial war on the working class? Like many scandals, this one began in total silence. A low-profile visit to the Bank of England. No photographers, no statements, just Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, and a tightly kept plan. The public version? A routine update on Labour's economic direction. The truth? Something far more alarming. Multiple inside sources now confirm. Starmer and Reeves walked in with a bold and dangerous ask. They requested the bank's support for legislation that would allow the DWP full access to every bank account belonging to welfare recipients across Britain. The reason they gave? Stopping fraud. The real motive? Absolute control. Insiders say Reeves led the charge. Calm, smooth, rehearsed. She presented a polished set of growth stats and budget forecasts, designed to make this invasive plan look like a modernization effort. But the illusion didn't last long. Her numbers were quickly challenged. The governor, famous for being neutral and composed, interrupted her presentation. He didn't just question her math. He tore down the entire premise of the policy. These figures lack credibility, he said coldly. You're asking for support on a foundation built on false data and unfair ideology. Tension spiked. Staff looked around nervously. Starmer jumped in to rescue the situation, arguing the plan was needed to rebuild public confidence in welfare. But the governor wouldn't budge, and he refused to stay silent. In a rare and shocking moment, he reportedly slammed Reeves's briefing documents onto the table. Witnesses say the sound rang through the corridor. This isn't budgeting. It's surveillance, he snapped. And I won't be a part of it. Security was alerted. Staff were ordered to keep watch over all exits. And then, in a deeply humiliating blow, Starmer was asked to leave the building through a side door. No press. No statements. Just disgrace. Reeves followed, visibly shaken. Their entire strategy had collapsed, and within hours, the first leaks started to spread. First among MPs, then reporters, and then the British public. Reeves's so-called growth figures were quickly debunked. Analysts tore them apart, exposing unrealistic projections, faulty assumptions, and a deliberate omission of warnings from the Office for Budget Responsibility. But what made it all worse? Those broken numbers were being used to justify one of the most authoritarian economic policies Britain has ever seen: complete access to your private financial data. As the scandal deepened, public outrage reached boiling point. Protests erupted outside Parliament. Civil liberty groups issued emergency statements condemning Labour's move as a violation of fundamental rights. Social media was ablaze. #surveillance state trended for days, with millions of Britons expressing shock and betrayal. Within Labour's own ranks, cracks started to show. Senior MPs reportedly confronted Reeves in private, questioning not only the data, but her ethics. One source said, We didn't campaign for power just to become the very thing we fought against. Meanwhile, opposition parties seized the moment. The Conservatives, Reform UK, and even Liberal Democrats launched coordinated attacks, branding Labour as dangerous, untrustworthy, and power-hungry. And through it all, Reeves remained largely silent. No interviews, no press conferences, just silence, as the country demanded answers. Was this a one-off misstep, or the first glimpse into a much darker agenda? Only time will tell, but Britain is no longer blind. That's today's critical update. And we want to say this clearly: our videos are built on facts. No lies, no misinformation. Our only mission is to bring you the truth, backed by evidence. If you found this report useful, hit that like button, leave your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Britain Info, where real news still matters. Thank you.